Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Big Top is a card game based off what I thought was going to be a circus theme. I was kind of excited about the game for a little card game or whatever. Once I got to the table, I realized, wow, I can't even get through this rule book. It was pretty terrible. I did some research on the game, and this is kind of a game you could play with a deck of cards. They made some twists to it and decided to print it out and sell it to us. And I gotta say, I don't feel good about that much. I'm as much about Enterprise as anyone. It's okay. Maybe that should be on the front of the box. You could play this for free if you wanted to. I don't know. Whatever. But the game isn't very good. It's very boring. The rules are hard to get through. I'm not really a fan of these traditional card games. They don't do anything for me. You're going to put a circus theme on it, but the circus theme doesn't really mean anything. The entire package of this together was just a total bust for me. One of the worst games I've ever played, in my opinion, for me. You know, some people are really going to have fun with this game. Too easy, not a lot of decisions. Didn't like the circus theme being pasted on it. Didn't like that it's a free game you could have played anyway. Total pass for me. Purge. Here's Big Top, a card game from aspiring circus owners. Yeah, right? Because the theme doesn't come through at all in this game. Everybody's going to get these little scoring things, I guess. They kind of lay flat. The artwork is just terrible. I guess it's the bearded lady, an elephant, a heavy set. I don't know. It's just bizarre. Then you're going to get these little scoring things that you'll use. Everybody's going to get a set of these. We use other chips that we were using. We used poker chips when we played, but these things are just little. These are just, yeah. Okay. We're going to get a rule book, which we'll take a look at in a few minutes. Now, this looks like this fits perfectly for the cards, but this box is so big. This is like not very deep at all. I don't know if you can tell that or not. This could have been a very small box, but I guess they really wanted to put it in this side of a box. The cards are okay quality. They're fine. They don't have like a linen finish on them or anything. They're okay for a mass market cheapo type game. It has some flavor text on it. Really doesn't do anything. Circus is coming to town. We're looking for performers. But it does give you a little history about the circus and stuff on some. In 1859, Jules Leotard invented the trapeze from a bar, blah, blah, blah. The artwork is okay. I'm not a real big fan of this type of artwork. It's, I guess he's spraying seltzer down his pants. I mean, it's funny because I get it because it's clown. Not my type of art, but whatever. You know, you're really just playing numbers and suits. The cards are okay. If you get the game cheap enough, it's fine. So here's the rule book. You're going to get lots of black and white in this. So it has two languages. The back of it's a different language. But you'll see here's the components. No pictures. There's no pictures at all or examples in here at all. The rule book is awful. It's atrocious. Here you have an overview, especially for such a simple game. It goes into the examples, everything. A little black and white picture there, I suppose. And then you have an example of play back here that didn't really shed any light on it to me. Some designer notes about it if you want to play the actual game that it's built off of. This rulebook was atrocious. I almost gave up trying to figure out how to play this game. So I'm going to make an attempt here to give you the flow of the game. I'm not 100% sure I got the rules correct because it was so terrible, the rulebook. But you're going to have this, and you're going to be able to take your bidding stuff out when you draw your hand, and you'll bid the 7, 5, 3, 10, etc. And you'll put these down on which one of these cards you think you can get rid of. So if you think you can't get rid of this, maybe you'll put the 3 on it. If you think you can get rid of these, you'll get 7. So what you're going to do is you're going to shuffle up the card deck, and all these cards will be passed out to everybody. It doesn't matter if everybody has an equal number of cards or not. So the first thing you're going to do is on a turn, let's say you had some cards here because you played earlier in the game. The first thing you do is move everything down one value. You can see it has a value of 3, 2, 1, and 0. Okay? So that's the first thing you can do. What's going to happen, you're going to have these poster cards in each suit, which will have a P on it, and they'll be there. And you're going to have light and dark of the same color. So one will go on one side and one will go on the other as you're playing through. And the cards always have to play in numerical order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let me give you an example of that. So if you have a card, it's called calling it. And if you have it, you have to play the 1 down. You must play that down. Let's say there's nothing here right now. So you have to play the 1 down if you happen to have it in your call. Remember, anything at the bottom here that you have laying down is your called cards. If you don't have a card that can be played, then you could simply play a card from your hand onto your trackie there. This card is no, it would go on the 3 slot. Remember, at the beginning of your turn, these are going to move down and be less valuable each time as you go through. If you can play a card from here, then it would go out as I just showed you. There's also an option to play nothing. So if you don't have a card that can be played, you would pass and the next person would go, etc. Once you get rid of all of the cards in your hands and you don't have any cards left in your hands, then you're going to score the $25. You're going to get paid for these that you bet at the beginning, and then everybody else will divvy up their score. Everybody gets one turn to be the dealer. Whoever has the most money or points is your winner of the game. Who should buy this game? I'm going to be nice, and I'm going to be quick, and I'm going to be right to the point. No one. Get a deck of cards and play this game. If you really want to play it, you do not need to buy this game. Nothing you need to see here.